Hello and welcome to Lincolnshire New Folk Movement. This episode, I'm joined by Robert Oldfield, who we've just established we have met each other before. We did a gig quite a long time ago at the Prairie Hotel in Louth, and I'm going to ask you about this. Under one of your many, many guises, you're quite prolific in your collaborations with people. So
and myself,
and yourself,
I think I've operated in many guises without actually meeting anybody.
So first thing is, well, a bit about that really. Tell us a bit about yourself, your background, what got you into music, that kind of thing.
Right, and I've always played guitar, and I probably started writing music when I was about 20, and probably for the first 20 years I only wrote probably a dozen songs, but I thought I was a songwriter. And then I came to Lincolnshire and I joined the songwriters network with Alex and Adi, and it was amazing the stuff they were doing. It's inspired me. So probably 3/4 of my work has been in the last 4 or 5 years. So I've really enjoyed just digging in and finding new stuff to do.
That's really interesting, isn't it? Sort of like that. Yeah, you kind of think songwriting and getting into this sort of thing is a young man's game or a young person's game, but I really think there's a lot that we can bring to it as we get older, isn't there, in terms of learning the skills and honing it a bit. So what sort of, how do you develop a song then? Because I was looking at, you've got a real vast range of songs that you've done, and lyrically they deal with all sorts of different things. I was wondering, how do you get those ideas for songs coming through?
Yeah, I was listening to your interview with Adi, and he was saying how you need an idea first, and actually I often start with the music. So I'll just sit noodling on the guitar watching telly, which luckily I live on my own because it would be absolutely infuriating. And eventually something comes together, and then I'll sort of work on the music, and then I'll take the song out for a walk for a few days, and I'll just have the music in my head and just wait till an idea comes. And that's why the ideas are completely random. There's no theme. So
yeah, to be honest, I work a bit more that way as well. I have a bit of a tune going around my head, and then I wait for some lyrics or a theme. Generally, actually, I think it is a theme to come through about what is this song going to be about, and then you can start. Is it a bit more like that?
Yeah, just sometimes get a catch line, and then the catch line sort of leads you to the theme, and then you got to sit down and do the work at that stage. You know, the first bit. The first bit's just nice in your head, and then you have to actually sit down and write the thing.
Yeah, that sort of anchor line that then the rest of it sort of falls in place around.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Because I've had this where you get your anchor line. You go, oh, this is great. You know, I've got this tune, I've got this idea now, and you start developing it up. Have you ever then had to pretty much restructure the whole tune so that it fits around the lyrics?
Not particularly. I've had to abandon ideas because I've written the whole thing and then decided I don't like the theme, and so I've had to start from scratch. And
it's all right. A few dead ends.
A completely different song.
Yeah. I think we've all had that experience. Yeah. Anybody? So what are some of your musical influences then? Sort of how would you pitch yourself in there? Because again, you're quite sort of eclectic, really.
My parents brought me up on musicals like Oliver and West Side Story, and so I like songs that tell a story, and I love wordplay. If you've ever listened to Tom Lehrer, I think he's an amazing musician. He's an American guy he wrote the Element song, to the tune of I can't remember this. So anyway, the Element song, but he's got loads of brilliant songs, and he loves his wordplay. And I love playing with, you know, the biggest word I can fit in, the better, and the more satisfying it is. So I mean, one song's got a 5-syllable word in, and I just love the fact that it's got 5 syllables, and then the next line's 1 syllable because I just couldn't keep on the roll. But so I love a bit of wordplay. And,
what is that word?
Theologizing.
What?
It's thinking about theology.
Well, I've learned something today. Theologizing.
I might have made the word up, actually. It might not exist, which would be even better. But
that is even better, isn't it? I think that's all right, to make up new words for songs. That's how language evolves. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I sort of discovered folk music fairly late. I was probably in my 20s, and someone played me a bootleg Fairport Convention tape, and I was just blown away by it. And that took me down all the folk line, like Martin Carthy and Davy Graham, and so I love listening to their songs and their playing. But I've still got some sort of blues and pop influences as well, so that's why there's quite a mixture comes in. But I like a song that tells a story at the end of the day. That's my...
That really comes through, actually. Again, as you're explaining it, sort of like that story and the kind of the blues folk, because that's really in there. I can really hear the blues influence when listening to it. But again, at the same time, the picking and things on the guitars got that. So it's a really nice blend of those things, actually.
Yeah.
So that hangs together quite nicely.
But it's funny when I'm trying to pitch things, because often if you go on to things like there's Drupal, which has all its charts, and then you have to pick a genre, and it's like, oh, I don't know which one it is, because it's I sort of fit between the it's often sit between them.
Yes, I've found
at some point you just have to take a punt, don't you?
Yeah, just stick it in metal. Yeah. It's a broad church.
My natural home. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were talking briefly before we came on about recording, because you've got a new recording. I'll talk to you a little bit about Whitby Lifeboat in a minute. But just tell us, so you've switched recording software, which has opened up a whole new world to you.
Yeah, I had one on the computer for years, so I've been sort of dabbling in the recording. I've never really been happy with any of it, and I've sort of hidden it away. And then a friend, Kevin Todd, bought GarageBand, and he started doing some recordings on it. It's like, oh, this is brilliant, and it's got an auto drummer which works for me, and I learned how to play to a clicker. So once I got GarageBand, I've been off on one, really, and I'm working through the back catalogue, which is 50 or 60 songs at the moment. Although I keep writing new stuff, and then the back catalogue goes in the back burner, because I think I've got to record it while I can still remember how to play it.
Yeah.
So
it's because I was thinking when we were talking about it, whether I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, my songs are quite precious to me. I kind of you work on them a long time, and you want to give them the best airing that you can, don't you? So has it been nice revisiting some of those older songs, old friends as they are?
It has, yeah. Although I probably get over enthusiastic and maybe put stuff out before it's actually reached its best. I'll throw things on YouTube just to get stuff out there. But when it comes to actually making an album, I'll then sit down and rework the whole thing from the start. So it's
sort of consistent.
I'm possibly my own worst enemy with that sort of production quality.
Patience is really difficult. Patience, because
it's not my game.
No, it's not. It doesn't come very naturally to us, I don't think. And musician types, I think we do want to be doing it now and sharing it now, things like that. So it can be quite frustrating having that, can't it? And having
and I've done the same playing live as well, where I've written something and really liked it, and sort of gone out and played it before I even know the words, and generally something goes wrong, and, I think I'll never learn. Patience is never going to be my thing.
I think it's quite nice that when you roll out the new song and then you play it, and you forget how it goes halfway through, and then it suddenly is one verse less than there was supposed to be. But everyone's like, "Oh, that was really good, that new one." And you think, "Oh, okay, right, I got away with that then."
Absolutely been there. I can tell that.
Yeah, very much. So you have a song out at the moment that you're promoting for a very good cause as well. So it's called Whitby Lifeboat. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I put a decent number of songs together, and I've got a friend in Newark who's been doing some recordings for me as well. We started out working together before the lockdown. I'd asked him to help me record a song that I can't sing. I just pitched it too high for myself, and so he'd done a recording, and then he's done a few more in lockdown as well on his own of my recording. So I had a few things, so I thought, let's do an album, or give me something to focus on. So I picked probably the songs that were furthest advanced and a bit of a mixture. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge. There's no theme apart from they were sort of more ready than other songs. So because one song is about a lifeboat, I thought I'll send a bit to the RNLI, although I've not made a loss yet, so I've not actually sent them any money yet. So they don't know it's coming. And my mum's charity was always St Barnabas, so I'm going to send some to them as well. So
very good. So if anybody is interested in supporting Whitby Lifeboat, well, it's just the RNLI, isn't it? I did think you're based in Lincoln, is that right?
I am, yes. I'm fairly landlocked.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a great deal of call for the RNLI in Lincoln, unless you fall in.
But we all visit the sea, don't we? And you never know when you're going to need them.
This is true. Yeah, I'm very grateful for them. Yeah, and St Barnabas. So that's really good. Now you mentioned there about somebody you worked with, and I was doing my research. And I've found that obviously you perform under your own name, but also the Cold Celts, the Terracists, which is a nice one. There's a bit of wordplay there. Quite like that. The Dark Pool Divers.
We still get the website's fairly dormant, but we still get a lot of visits. And I think it's probably the police thinking that somebody's hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, illiterate terrorists. Yeah. So the terrorists, the Dark Pool Divers, who you were when I met you, and Dead Men's Boots. Yeah. So why so many? Why so many acts?
I'm just a tart. I'll play any music with anybody, and if they play my songs, even better. So
that's a very good way to be, isn't it? Yeah.
I just like performing, and so the more fingers you have in the pies, the more you can get out and do stuff. So if you're on your own making contacts, then there's only you. Whereas if there's a band, then you double or triple your contacts.
That's really true, actually. Yeah, sort of. I've noticed that when we're playing in bands, it's like you get things from all over the places. So you're playing at people's parties, you've no idea who they are and stuff like that. So that's good. Maybe I need to get a band again. Yeah, maybe. Right, I've got a few quick fire questions for you then. Okay, so hopefully you're ready for these. They're not too difficult.
No, I'm not ready.
But... Okay, well, you're going to be. Right, what's your favourite soup?
Favourite soup? Tomato and basil.
Oh, okay. That's very classy. Well done. Okay, and this is a good question. I'm feeling pleased about this one. What's your least favourite chord?
Least favourite chord? Oh, easy one. E flat. My dad plays keyboards, and so we used to play together, and we'd be doing his stuff. And for some reason, all keyboard stuff is E flat, and it's a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, that's just rude.
Now I just capo it.
Tune the guitar down, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know a bit more. I know I'll just capo it and play in C. But at the time, it was just like, not another one in E flat.
I know. That's really hard. I can't get on with A major. Don't like it. It's too many fingers all in that little space, especially when you try to do it as a bar chord.
My finger's quite small, and that's not a problem.
No, I've got very fat fingers. And last question: do you like balloons?
Do I like balloons? I think I do. Yes. It's a reminder of parties.
Good.
What a good question.
I know, it's quite a nice, easy question, isn't it? Well, thank you very much, Robert, for joining me. I've really enjoyed our chat.
That's been lovely. Thank you ever so much. And thank you for arranging it.
That's all right. Hopefully I'll get to see you again soon in real life under one of your many guises. And good luck with Whitby Lifeboat. And what song am I going to be playing after this?
It's called The Trespass. So it's about the 1932 mass trespass in Kinder Scout.
Oh, okay. Well, let's look forward to that. Okay. Take care then, Robert. Okay. Bye.
Take care. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.
I must go trespassing upon Kinder Scout. I'm from Manchester and a craftsman's life for me, from first light unto dark in the factory. But for one day I wish to be free, there is no space for me. I desire to roam high upon the moors, scramble through the hell, climb upon the toes. But the Lord say, keep clear of my land, and I don't understand. Come you one and come you all, I will play my part. I must go a trespassing upon King's Scout. In 1932, the word was spread about. We would storm a peak upon King's Scout. We'd walk upon the top, and we would claim our right, though we may have to fight. We met at Bolton Bridge, we were 400 strong. We made a merry band as we marched along. We came to William Club, the keeper's faces down, and anger stalked the town. The Duke of Devonshire and the gentry did prevail. Penny and his friends found themselves in jail. In the years to come, the victory was won. We earned the right to rule. But speed to the future, please be on your guard. Please keep and cherish this victory won hard. Those who rule the country want you off their land, and you may yet be banned. Come you on and come you all, I will play my part. I must go as trespassing upon King's Scout. Come ye one and come ye all, I will play my part. I must go a trespassing upon King's Scout. Come ye one and come ye all, I will play my part.